Hello, my fellow Devil's Rejects. I hope you guys are ready for some FPS time, beaches. This game is called Crossfire. I haven't played this game in months. This is where my clan name came from, the Devil's Rejects. And I finally have time to play. This is gonna be fun. It's been a while. I'm gonna suck. I'm gonna be raging. My mic is going to be muted during this because I'm going to be listening to one of my friends' podcasts. They are called Wasting Life. It's a very, very good podcast. I highly recommend. I'll be putting the links in the description below. And I'm also drinking, but don't tell. Wait, you can tell, I don't care. I am drinking this tequila. Alright, I'm gonna have my first shot with you guys. Alright, thank you for subscribing, and cheers to you guys. Alright. Now, first things first. Oh, I'm in the clan page. I'm sorry it's not full screen. I don't know if when I join the match, if it'll be full screen. We'll see what happens. So first things first, when you join Crossfire, alright, item shop. You gotta make sure you have your, actually, storage. I have a lot of guns. I've been playing for a lot of years, okay? 2009, baby. You gotta make sure you got a grenade, smoke, and flash on every gun. Perfect. Now, you gotta make sure you have your flash goggles is important. This is a free online FPS, by the way. You can download it and play it for free. There's competitions, people win real money. We used to do tournaments, guild tournaments. We played a couple of those, but we stopped. A lot of people stopped playing. So, there's all sorts of different modes. Tonight, I'll play a couple different ones so you can see the difference. And if you have any questions, just ask me in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. I love Crossfire. Are you kidding me? Even though I'm probably gonna rage a lot. Okay, so item. I don't have any goggles. I don't even have fast diffuse. Alright. Item shop. Character. Need my flash goggles. Where are they? Right here. Buy. Yeah, 7 days purchase. Alright. What's next? You need your fast diffuse. Always, okay? So under item, Red Dragon. What the fuck is this? There's so much new stuff in this game. I don't even know anymore. Fast diffuse, 7 days. Oh, I don't have enough money. I'll just get it for 1 day. Embarrassing! Storage, character. Equip that. Okay, fast diffuse is on. I'll get more stuff from my character once I have gold, I guess. Alright, let's do this. Podcast time.
Yeah. For days.
I hate this fucking song.
It's Christmas time, wasting life. Here we're gonna talk about Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas. Now back to the Pussycat Dolls.
Hi everyone, this is Dave and you're wasting life with Josh and Dave.
Whoa, wait, we can't be. That's Michael Jackson. We shouldn't be playing that.
Not
hey,
good.
Dave.
Oh, you insisted.
I insisted nothing. I said, Merry Christmas, baby.
Holy shit.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing, it's great. How are you?
Is this recording?
We're recording.
Hey, did we turn this on? Are we recording, Marin?
Is this thing on?
Hey, Marin, are we recording already? Yeah, I pressed recording already.
Remember when Gallagher was on there.
Yeah.
And he
yeah,
left.
he's fucking
He's like,
bullshit.
come on, Gallagher.
Just remember Gallagher. Call us in at 310-3030 if you're a Gallagher fan,
I am.
and let us know.
I mostly like Son of Gallagher.
He
Was that the other one? They had like a second Gallagher. That his brother.
Yeah, it was his
maybe?
brother. Yeah. The guy who would just squash water. Like, watermelons.
Yeah. But then Gallagher was like, "You're not squashing him right."
Yeah.
And got mad. And he was like, "You can't be Gallagher anymore, right?"
But the shtick was the watermelon. But yeah. His
But
brother
that
was
wasn't. He was like,
yeah.
he didn't like his brother doing that.
Yeah, because like audience members would come with like tarps ready. And
Yeah.
you imagine being a fan of shitty stand-up in the 80s? You had a field day back then.
Oh my god.
Like, to get excited.
Like between Howie Mandel, like
Dice.
Dice.
You know, there's even like some bigger names that like even like Robin Williams, who I don't really think his stand-up is ever like I've never admired his like.
No, I was
no.
not.
I know a lot of people. I don't think it's like Gart. I don't think it's terrible.
I think of all those names, he's the best.
He's
sure.
the best,
but it's
I
also
mean,
like pretty generational. Also, it's like I to be honest with you, like going back, I don't really laugh out loud at a lot of older stand-up.
Carlin still works.
Carlin's funny. Steve Martin was funny.
Steve Martin.
There's not a ton that I can really think of.
Pryor, you know.
Pryor also was like a really good storyteller.
Well, that
seemed like an interesting.
But
guy.
no, but yeah.
But like I don't I'm like Sam Kinison.
No, I was just about to say, Sam Kinison is not fun to listen to.
Not for me. I don't know. Like
it's just like a cokehead screaming at me.
Yeah, it's like Sam Kinison. I think is mostly for men that really want to kill their wife. I think that's like the prime demographic for Sam Kinison.
Oh shit! Well, I don't remember where we were.
Anyway, this is a Christmas podcast for our
Christmas podcast.
Wasted Life.
This is a podcast here. My name is Josh. To my left, or actually right in front of me, because I've switched my.
Don't lie to these people.
My seating arrangement.
Yeah.
Where I'm half off the couch.
Right.
Is my buddy Dave.
Here I am.
Dave is turning.
Ready to do this.
He is feeling threatened by my pose.
People don't know that we do this shit face to face.
I have a microphone. He has a microphone.
Yeah.
We are wearing headphones here at the NPR studios, the Nude Party Resort, better known as Dave's Bed. This is an intimate episode.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Where we are trying out your new bidet.
Yeah, we
have
got
a new bidet.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet.
I'm kind of afraid of it.
As you should be. This is going to shoot up your asshole.
Does it go inside?
Well, I think if you're good, it does. I think if you're good at it, it does go in.
Okay. Well, there's something to look forward to.
So we come to you very infrequently, and this is another one. We were here last time for Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yes.
And guess who's saving Christmas this week?
Kirk fucking Cameron.
Now, Dave, Kirk Cameron is who?
He's a little weirdo.
Fair. But who is Kirk Cameron for those who don't know?
What was his show?
Smoking grenade.
You don't know. You're asking because you don't know. You piece of shit. Is it?
No, it wasn't Family Ties.
I want to say Facts of Life.
Facts of Life?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Really up.
Fire in the hole.
Yes, because this is very professional.
Yeah. He was in a show.
But he was with the one where Leo was in. Leo DiCaprio was in, right? I believe that's. I think it was Facts of Life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kirk Cameron, I guess you couldn't answer, is another '80s.
Like looking me in the eye and be like, "So Dave, who is Kirk Cameron?" For people who don't know in the back. You fucking piece of shit.
I just almost passed out from laughing.
It's not good.
That's not good. Anyways, Kirk Cameron, like an '80s like sitcom actor who was like a younger guy, so he's a little bit more popular, and really of late, or really in the last 20 years, has been a mainstay of the Christian film market. I should preface by saying anything we say here is not a knock on religion or anything like that.
No.
But the kooky fuckers that dabble in it will be talked about.
I'm telling you that if you would watch and enjoy this movie, That's bad to me.
That is not a good sign for any of us.
No.
If you can get through this and understand and appreciate and admire any aspect of it.
I will say that this is a movie that you showed me, I think, right about when it came out. Is that when you got this?
No, this
Year
came
or
out
two
in
later?
2012.
Oh, okay, so that's, yeah.
Well, but
Probably
still,
a few- but not
like,
too
no,
much
no,
further
3 or
than
4
that.
years after.
3 or 4 years after.
Yeah.
And I was floored
Yeah,
by how bad it is.
This is also a film that I have to admit I own on a physical format known
Yeah.
as DVD.
Digital video disc.
Digital video discs.
Yeah.
I've heard of those. I have a few of them.
I know.
We all should own more.
Agreed.
I saw someone post that they were looking for boxes to move DVDs and CDs the other day, and I was just like, that's admirable that someone needs boxes for those two things
Yeah.
that you probably shouldn't be carting around.
Well, I mean,
But I like that they are.
you get so many DVDs. It's like,
Smoking
you sink a lot of
grenade.
money into those.
You do, and then there's some and you're like, I need to keep this one, but I'm
Flash
like, I
bomb.
don't know if I needed. I can't even think of
Fire in the hole!
Sandlot 2.
Sandlot 2?
2, yeah.
I haven't even seen that.
Well, no, but it's, yeah. I mean, it did.
When was that
Like
released?
2000 and like this is like Ace Ventura,
Yeah.
right?
They have like one of the actors come back for money for his pilgrimage.
Yeah, it was probably Patrick Renna.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
For sure.
Filming movies in Fredericton back in like 2000.
Can you fucking imagine? Wouldn't that be awesome to
Ricky
meet him?
6.
Man. Or like Big Green changed my life.
Yeah, actually, I think it was filmed in Ramocto, but whatever. Same difference.
15 minutes.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, this movie, Kirk Cameron,
Smoking
again, the
grenade.
mainstay of the Christian film society,
I don't know what it is.
which
like,
you know, and
Flash
those
bomb.
films. I mean, from a critical standpoint, not from a message standpoint, but critically, most of them are
Fire in the
well
hole.
reviewed.
no. God's Not Dead looks great.
Okay, so yeah, I've seen the first two,
That's so good. I love that.
and they are pretty terrible.
I don't know. They look awesome.
And I didn't see his version of Left Behind, but I did see the Nick Cage one,
Right.
which is garbage. But so, anyways, Kirk Cameron dabbles in a lot of this stuff. Like, there's a number of films he has, but this is a whole nother beast.
Yeah.
So Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas for you, Dave, is what? Before we actually get into it, but what is this for you?
You mean like what was my reaction to this? What does it mean to me?
What does this mean to you? 'Cause, I mean, is this a movie?
I guess that is kind of the central question here. Is like, is this really a movie? It's like a video, Sam, that has like elements of movies. But I would kind of defy anyone to watch it and compare it to any movie, like any narrative film.
Yeah.
There's no real through line. The movie centers on an argument. It's like the conversation is like it centers on an
A-site.
argument between Kirk Cameron and his brother-in-law Christian. And what was crazy to me when I first saw this movie. No, I'm gonna back up. That's what the movie's about.
Yeah.
Is that Kirk Cameron's brother-in-law hates the trappings of Christmas, the Santa Claus, the presents, the tree. It's all pagan
Commercialization,
bullshit.
yes.
It's all fucking, like he's commercialization, and none of it's actually about Jesus. But Kirk Cameron has a special lesson for him. Actually, all that materialism and all that stuff that associated with Christmas, that's actually really good.
Copy that.
And that is the reason for the season.
Yeah. And it all
Flash
ties
bomb.
back to Jesus
Fire in the
in
hole!
Somehow.
in a terrible university entrance essay.
His arguments are not compelling.
No,
At
no,
all.
No, no. No, it dives to the level of, you see the tree? There was a tree in Bethlehem.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, every time you see that tree, think about the cross. Like, no, it's a
No,
tree.
Like, anyways, okay.
Anyway.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. I guess what I meant when I said, what does this movie mean to you? It's kind of like I guess maybe that's like, what is this? Like, not what does it make.
Well, I think if you want to answer the question of what is this, you also have to ask who's it for.
who's it for? And yeah, it's
That's the thing. When I first saw this movie,
like what is this existence?
well, that's the most fucked up part of it. Because when I first saw this, I was like, okay, Kirk Cameron. I know he's like a born-in Christian.
Yeah.
Saving Christmas. I thought it was going to be like an anti-atheism movie, but it's
It's
actually
not.
about how real Christians are assholes. That's kind of like what the thesis is, that if you don't get into the whole Christmas thing and you're one of those Christians that's only about Jesus and
Yeah.
like, well, you're a dick
Yeah.
and like you're ruining your wife's life.
See, I would argue that the thesis isn't even that structured. Like I think you're creating a better thesis than what the film's giving. I think it wants to do that, but I don't think it knows it's doing that.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay, so this is a megalomaniac's attempt at spewing his vision
Yeah.
to the masses. So it starts off Kirk Cameron sitting around a fireplace in a mansion. Like this,
Right.
there's like a 15-foot Christmas tree.
Yeah.
You know, we got like a marble fireplace. Like it's just dripping in money.
And he's appearing as Kirk Cameron speaking directly to the viewer.
Yeah, like also I just gotta say every inch of this film is just overflowing with affluence.
Yeah.
There is just privilege and affluence through this. There is no sense of reality, of any struggle. It mentions it very briefly.
Yeah.
And, you know, that those things do happen. But you know also what happens.
But you know what?
You know,
God's good to us.
hey, we're good. And so yeah, we have him by this fireplace giving like about a 10-minute introduction
Yeah.
to the film where he just goes off on a tangent.
He's like, I love hot chocolate.
Yes, and that's in
A lot of hot chocolate in this
a
movie.
lot of hot chocolate. And yeah, like you I think you made a comment like, is it a reference to alcohol or whatever?
Yeah, because they're not drinking. Nobody's drinking alcohol.
Yeah, no, I totally think it's chocolate.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, yeah. So he just regales us with this elaborate, nonsensical bullshit layout of what we will then see play out in the narrative aspect of the film.
Yeah, quote unquote.
And it's like,
Copy
you know
that.
how there's like the, the Big Lebowski, a few other films that kind of have that opening, like, you're about to watch a movie.
Yeah, this is
right?
like, yeah.
This is, you know,
Your
this
entrance
is the
to the world.
story, you know. It's almost like their let's all go to the lobby, even to make it like that kind of connection. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's what this sets us up for. And it's the worst introduction to a film.
It's really baffling.
Excellent.
Just
Because he's not establishing himself as a character.
No.
He's like, hey, I'm Kirk Cameron.
yeah.
This is what's wrong with other
I'm Troy
Christians.
McClure.
Yeah.
You may recognize me from such films as.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm Kirk Cameron. You may recognize me from such churches as.
Yeah. So, the guy that directed this movie and stars as Christian,
Yeah.
you told me this Christian is the brother-in-law. You told me that he used to direct music videos. He directed videos for Blink-182.
A sight.
You said Pennywise.
Yeah, yeah, I'll-
MXPX.
Yeah, I'll try to look him up as we're talking just
So
to
he's like a
confirm it. But like, yeah,
pop
so like,
punk guy.
Yeah, like a mid '90s kind of pop punk.
Do you
yeah.
think if he tried? Do you think he tried to get Bro Him on the soundtrack?
Oh, totally. I mean,
Dude,
there-
Pennywise suck.
Pennywise is garbage.
So bad.
I do remember like being 14, thinking Bro Him was pretty good for like a short bit of time.
I owned a Pennywise album or two, I think, when I was like younger. Yeah.
I didn't do that, but I remember also
Bomb has
like,
been
at
planted
the same
at
point
ASAP.
where I was like, Bro Him's garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways,
Yeah, I was probably like 12-ish, I think. I had wasting time, is that what it was called?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, they suck. Is the point.
This is more time Pennywise needs.
Welcome back to our Pennywise podcast.
Yeah, not the Stephen King Pennywise, the SoCal band.
Yeah.
likely. Yeah, so he directed a number of videos, and you can also the opening credit the song in the opening credits is like a ska Christmas like take
Yep.
on what do you call it? America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah, it did sound like
Yeah.
he looks like someone who used to be really into pop punk.
Yeah. I got it coming up here. Darren Dwayne is his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pennywise, Blink-182. They did the Damn It video and Josie, so like hit those ones.
MXPX, who were Christian.
Yeah, Deftones.
I wonder if MXPX converted him to Christianity.
Scary Kids, Scaring Kids.
Don't even know what that is.
Jason Mraz, Buck Cherry.
I like that cocaine. Is that them?
Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's oh Jesus, he has a film
The man's a music video director.
called Stonewall.
Yeah.
Is that?
Duh.
I hope
The
he's
riots.
not doing a film about Stonewall.
Oh God.
Kirk Cameron.
Kirk Cameron plays all the roles.
And it's like that's not what happened to Stonewall at all. No. Jesus Christ.
Amazing.
18. Anyways, yeah. So that's enough about the Pennywise music videos. So the movie kicks in. We have an introduction. Kirk Cameron, garbage.
Yeah.
And it, like this is a megalomaniac. This is a man who has so much control of every aspect of his life, and you can see
He's giving off a very sinister vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Not intentionally.
No.
But we said Dennis Reynolds
Dennis.
from Always
yeah,
Sunny.
Always Sunny. But I think Dennis would be terrified of Kirk.
Yeah.
I think so.
Every scene where he supposedly is like, hey, let's just have a little chat.
Yeah.
It has this uncomfortable edge.
But also, anyone who's like, "Hey, let's just have a little chat."
Hey, let's have a little chat with you.
Jesus.
Yeah. I just noticed you weren't having fun at the Christmas party.
Yeah.
And I just want to talk about that. What's going on?
Yeah. So he first, he first attacks his sister.
It's just that Christmas is a time for fun. It doesn't seem like you're having a lot of fun. So
Yeah, I need to know
What's-
why.
what's
Like,
going
why?
on?
Why?
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of fun. Can't you tell?
yeah,
I'm having.
It's a good time.
great time.
Hot chocolate. You ever have hot chocolate?
And
It's good.
I love hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And fucking smile.
You just get the feeling that he, you know, when you're around one of those guys, and you just know that like at some point, he could easily just like look at you and be like, "I could fucking kill you right now."
Yeah.
That's the vibe. You
That
get.
is the vibe this man is just emanating. This is a rat shit person.
a rat shit of a man. Yeah.
So he goes to his sister now. They're at the same mansion the film opened up, and like that's also another frustrating part of this film is just like, and I get it. That's part of the message is conveying but
Yeah.
it's just like how much, you know,
The opulence.
yeah. Just God, like.
It's wasted on all these Christians.
And then it's frustrating because when we'll get to what it's at, like they bring it all out, and
Yeah.
like the characters like this is all terrible, and it's like shit. There's a moments where it's like it all makes sense, and then it's just thrown away. Anyways,
Yeah.
So his sister is a little down the dumps and knocked out on some heavy medication that
Seemingly,
she is
yep.
just working.
That's
through.
subtext though. That
Yeah,
part. Yeah.
There are just barriers of like prescriptions that
You remember Pink Floyd's The Wall? It's like that. She
Yeah.
has her own wall.
Yeah.
Which I assume, to be honest, and I'm not even kidding, I assume a lot of Christian wives have.
Man, to
You know?
yeah. So, anyways, and she says to this very confrontational brother of hers,
Yeah.
because he is
It's like, hey, what's going on?
inches away. He is inches away.
Everyone else having fun? What are you
Right?
doing?
And
Yeah.
she says that her
Fire in the hole!
going around with Christmas cheer. I don't know what. I mean, it just sitting in the corner.
Looking all sad.
And it's one step away from going like close up, going.
Yeah.
And
You just wonder what Darren Aronofsky could have done.
Yeah.
Or, no, Gaspard. Just wonder what he would have done, right? Like Kirk Cameron spikes the punch with LSD.
Yeah. And I got this climax.
You do, because that's like, I mean, if you're
I've
going to like
tried
one of
to-
his movies, that's the one.
Yeah, but I can't find any with an English subtitle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll discuss that.
We'll talk
later.
about that later. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So there's this weird scene. I think what's about to happen. I'm gonna say is so telling in that character of that snap, that going from like like presentable to like a psychotic motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it's when she says like what Christian's up to, and it's rattling in his head. What
You
he
can
has to
see
do.
him
You can
thinking,
see it,
yeah.
that he has to do something about this, and then he just is like, "Who wants hot chocolate?"
Yeah.
And all of those bad thoughts disappear. He cuts them off. He purposely cuts them off, and then they're like, "Oh, it's a great hot chocolate. Yeah, I really love chocolate." It's terrifying. That is a terrifying moment in this movie.
Unintentional. Yeah.
No, unintentional, and I think that's part of the terrifying thing of it all. Is this is a soap opera.
Yeah.
This is a you know.
I'm taking a stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is more than a Dinesh D'Souza film where he's like Hillary's Secrets.
Yeah.
You know, or the Obama America. Anyways.
Fire in the hole!
So
But we gotta get to it. Go.
I mean, basically what happens is that they end up. Christian goes into his car and he's like, "Listen, I've been really depressed lately. Just thinking about Christmas. I thought that the season was supposed to be about Jesus and the Bible, and instead we've got this pagan tree. We've got Santa Claus who's completely subverting Jesus.
Yeah.
He also says that Santa and Satan have the same letters in them. He's
Yeah, and he drove by the woman with her daughter, and the daughter was
yeah, he's like, kids are all like
Yeah.
spoiled brats this
Yeah.
time of year and stuff.
And I love because he goes into that.
He's really trying to pull out something.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
he's auditioned for some rubbery roles. Right?
Yeah.
You know, he's done some B-roll secondary character auditions.
Fuck, he might be
like-
the best actor in the film.
He also is.
If I'm being honest.
And it's just like, you know, he really is offering up, like, I'm laying my heart out.
Yeah.
I've been really wrestling with some things about this season. I'm really not seeing clear, and I think people are blinded by what it is, and we could have used it 15 kids. We could have dug ditches, which was a weird thing.
Yeah.
And,
Wells.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah. And he goes, and Kirk Cameron's just like, huh, not really happy with the season, huh? Okay. Well, how about this, Hot Shot? And he just, like, lays out, he's like, and he just, you know, starts into
Says,
town.
you're wrong. Everything
You're
you
wrong.
He said,
Everything you
everything you
just
just
said
said,
is wrong.
and what I'm just doing to you right
Yeah.
now, he like points one thing. He's like,
Yeah.
everything you just said, it's all wrong.
Yeah.
It's
Fire in the
all
hole.
wrong. There's no empathy.
This kid, he looks so
No
cold
empathy.
when he
Yeah.
says it, too. And he's smiling, but he still looks cold.
Yeah,
Like he's going,
yeah. This is a man who smiles at his enemies' funerals.
yeah.
And speaks at them too.
Absolutely. He's like, you know, I never really got into the Christmas spirit. But, he's dead now, so
Yeah.
that's gotta be a lesson to all of you.
So then that what proceeds is a 40-minute conversation with you.
Yeah, that's interspersed with like footage of the Bible stories
Yeah.
that Kirk Cameron is referencing
Yeah.
to make his point that materialism is awesome and is the real meaning of Christmas because the materialism is somehow a
Yeah. I mean, we do not and should not focus on that part. They're like
Fire in the hole!
unwatchable. Those recreations.
we
yeah.
also need to point out at this point, this is the lowest ranked film on IMDb.
And honestly, deservedly so.
Deservedly so.
If you compare this to like Plan 9 from Outer Space, come on. I
Fire
mean,
in the hole!
I was just about to say, like, Plan 9 from Outer Space had conviction behind it. But then I'm like, this also has a lot of conviction behind it.
well, yeah, this is, I guess the biggest issue with this is that it's barely a movie.
No, I know.
It's not going to change anyone's mind. I just don't get it. I don't understand who it's for.
So they're in this car scene.
I don't understand.
They're in the car, and Christian is going off, and then Kirk Cameron shuts him down and says, "You're fucking wrong," and starts going through what he says are issues and highlighting where in the Bible there's associations, where in the story, and how it all ties back to Jesus. And I mean, these are loose connections.
Yeah.
I'm not one to say that they're wrong or that like you can't find some semblance of them.
Right.
But I'm also gonna say it's literal bullshit for the argument that they're using. I think that if you want to do this, there's I'm sure a better way becoming about it.
Yeah.
And arguing it. I mean, to be honest about it,
I mean, I bet that C.S. Lewis would have made a better movie.
for sure.
Or, like, whoever.
Yeah. So I don't mean to say you need to have praise, but I mean my point is like if you're really going to sell his message, I think there's a better way to argue the War on Christmas story than this like insane megalomaniac.
It's so weird.
Mission of a man. Like this. Remember how earnest we said was the first person in the '80s to say "Keep Christ at Christmas"?
Yeah. And this. I hate this movie.
Yeah. So, blah, 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 blah. They end up going back. There's a lot of, like, the film, the conversation in its place with scenes of, like,
Bible stories
that are, like, some weird, like, low-rent Lord of the Rings kind of recreations where it's like, hey, people are into fantasy now. Game of Thrones is good.
Yeah.
Let's kind of a little more heightened and dramatic. Terrible. And so then Christian's like convinced, like, oh, you're exactly right. I was wrong the whole time. The stuff about the tree existing, well, trees existed back then, and how presents are like the town of Jerusalem.
Yeah.
It all makes so much sense.
I want to thank you, Kirk Cameron, for subtly threatening me.
Yeah.
And making me see that I've been a terrible father and husband.
Like, it's weird that, like, man, like.
This movie is it almost seems hallucinatory. It's so bad. Like there's the scene with the coffee cups.
Oh yeah,
we gotta get to this.
Okay, so so inside the whole time they're in the car, there's a party going on. Supper is probably ready.
Which, to be fair, looks like a fucking lame party too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Garbage.
Yeah.
And like,
so
this.
How do we describe this?
So. There's a running gag that is started early on that I guess they all work together. Like, I'm assuming Christian works with the other guys that are talking about it, and I'm assuming Kirk works there too, maybe? Anyways,
that's
wherever they work,
yeah,
Kirk doesn't work. He just stalks.
He's just
yeah, so wherever they work, on Fridays, Crazy Shirt Fridays is
holy fuck,
is canceled out. Now,
it's like, you get the memo?
Yeah, and the man is ending this, so they don't say like our boss or fucking Ted decide we can't do. He's like the man. The man. I know the man. You know, this is also when they say straight power.
Straight power. I think
straight power. Yeah.
And this was so the character doing this. How would you describe? So he's African American guy who's also got the kind of like the Chris Tucker energy and delivery. He's doing Chris Tucker.
I would say a very effeminate Chris Tucker.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. And to be honest, I thought when I first saw this movie, the character was supposed to be gay. And now I don't know.
I argue they're still playing that up.
Yeah.
I totally think this
flamboyant.
Very flamboyant.
Yeah.
He's a very flamboyant straight power.
They're trying to take away my. It's like, yeah, it's so bad. Yeah.
You know,
I'm not gonna do the impression because that's not right. No. But that's like what it is. It's just like trying to take away. Nice shirt day.
No, it's crazy shirt Friday.
Holy
so
fuck. Can you imagine the level of misery in your life that you can only look for?
Not at all.
Crazy
and
shirt
I have to sing an Alan Jackson Christmas song every morning at work, which I'm not even going to get into right now. And that's a level of misery that is unscalable.
Well, I mean, you knew when you took the job as Alan Jackson's assistant that that's what it was going to be. And I don't know why you're complaining to me.
So, yeah, right? If Crazy Shirt Friday... Anyways, so that's the running joke. There is a scene where two members of the party, the originator of, like, you care about this shit?
Yeah.
And another guy who's also, like, clearly the funny guy.
Who comes out of nowhere, though.
Yeah. He's seen a turntable being used once.
Yeah, you know.
That was a master of it.
Like, probably someone who grew up listening to, like, Notorious B.I.G. and then, like, became Christian.
Yeah. Listening to Notorious... Go ahead.
Started listening to fucking nothing but Newsboys. Who I can't believe aren't in this movie.
The Newsboys.
Yeah. They were in that other movie, God's Not Dead.
Yeah.
Did they write the movie?
God's not dead. He's
Thank
surely
you very
alive.
much.
He's
Oh, yeah.
living on the inside, rocking on the inside, riding drive-throughs.
God. Yeah. God's not dead. He's surely alive.
I like how he's not guaranteed to be alive. He's
surely alive.
Probably alive.
I mean, I'm not gonna
That'd be great if God's not dead. He's probably alive.
Um,
Seeing him around.
it's like 50-50.
We're not quite sure.
If God is alive, where's that motherfucker tonight? But why are Christians so bad at media? I'm not being a dick, because I know that there are good. I know that there are filmmakers who are Christian who can make good movies.
For sure.
Scorsese's Catholic.
Yeah,
You know.
Darren Aronofsky.
Sure.
There's so many great filmmakers wrestle with religion.
But I mean, I would say, but it's like, but once Christianity becomes the focus, that's when it's like, okay, this isn't nobody else wants to see this.
No,
and it's like that's like the Newsboys, that doesn't have a home with a secular audience because it's empirically bad.
Yeah,
or worse than it's empirically lesser than.
Yeah, and it's kind of like with right wing political media that tries to ape the left wing kind of
you mentioned earlier.
Comedies. Yeah,
yeah.
Fucking Mike Huckabee has a late night comedy show.
Yeah,
I'm
already laughing.
I mean, and I've seen some clips of it, and I mean, if you can write a good joke if anyways.
I know that, and that's the thing, is I know that there would be comedians out there who are Christians who are really funny, but when that becomes the crux of your thing, that's yeah.
And I mean, it's not, yeah, certainly the crux, but I certainly, also think that you can investigate your own religion and also do bits of it.
I think there needs to be a measure of honesty in what you're doing, and that's the problem. Is that a lot of times it's only glorification and only
oh, for sure, yes,
and there needs to be a measure of I'm human and I'm thinking about these things.
Anyways, there's this scene where the two of them are about to go on about some conspiracies on this
Crazy Friday shirt guy and the guy who has heard rap before.
Yeah.
And looks like Jackson Galaxy, the cat guy from My Cat from Hell, if you've ever seen that show.
Okay, you said that earlier and I was like,
there's a man.
I didn't ask you.
There's a man on Earth
who
goes by the name of Jackson Galaxy.
Yeah.
And he's bald with a beard just like this guy, and he just hangs out with cats. And he's like the cat whisperer.
Moving on.
So they get together and they sit down. I know. They sit down. They sit down at this party.
Yeah.
And the rap guy says to the shirt guy, he says, you get the memo about Crazy Shirt Fridays? They're both talking about the memo. And then he's like, it's all part of the conspiracy.
Yeah, he waxes a little bit about regular day conspiracies. Yeah.
Then what they do, he goes, cups up. They hold cups, coffee cups, in front of their faces, presumably filled with steaming hot, delicious hot chocolate.
Nice shot.
And they start, there's this weird thing that happens where a voiceover kicks in. And it's him being like, Area 51? What about Area 52, man? And
that's where they hide all the nativity scenes when they take them down.
It's just, it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be funny.
Yeah. It is
good work.
I remember seeing
astonishing.
It for the first,
it's astonishing.
The first time I saw it really blew my mind.
It is. It's wild in conception as well. Too.
Yeah.
As it plays out, you're like,
what the fuck happening?
Were they doing with this?
First of all, was this something that was planned in advance? It must have been, because they're holding the cups right in front of their mouths like that. So it's like
there's two movies made here. There's the movie
Yeah.
that Darren made, and there's the movie that Kirk made.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
there's bits of them spliced together.
Yeah, and I feel like that would be Darren's movie.
Yeah,
That-
for
that
sure.
bit.
Yeah, that was because I mean it's like
Darren's goofy. He's having a good time.
Darren's goofy. He's like, I know conspiracies. I've heard of the Koch brothers before. Dick Cheney, yeah.
Darren also looks like John Landis's brother.
Yeah,
Kind
yeah,
of.
Darren Landis. He's like, John, you should get permission to fly that helicopter
He's like-
late at night.
yeah.
He's like, I don't give a fuck. There's gonna be some young kids and Vic Morrow as well,
Oh my god.
and we're gonna kill him. What? Nothing.
We're gonna keep him alive.
Yeah, keep him alive.
Fuck. That's rude.
John Landis, what a shithead.
Yeah. Yeah, like...
I mean, like, hey, I have great views on some of his work.
He's got some great movies.
He's got some great movies, but like that incident.
So it happened. What was it exactly? So it was they're doing the Twilight Zone movie.
Yeah,
Vic Morrow's in this with two kids.
two
from-
kids, underage.
wherever- yeah.
like no, sorry, not. I mean underage, as in like they're not supposed to be filming this late at night.
That late, yeah.
Right? There's like a time frame restriction when kids can be on set, and this was a late at night kind of helicopter dream sequence.
So they got the helicopter going. He's rented a helicopter, and it crashes. Kills them.
It crashes, but they also didn't have permission for a few things, I believe.
Right.
And the weather was like forecasted they shouldn't have done it, and they're like, no, we're gonna push through.
Yeah.
And something happened with the helicopter, fell down and decapitated Vic Morrow and killed two kids and stuff on them. And yeah, you can see the footage online because of the filming and whatnot. It's
guess.
pretty intense.
That's fun.
It's quite gross.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, no. Anyways, Saving Christmas. Back
Never
to-
in Dawn of the Dead, when the zombie gets the top of his head chopped off by the helicopter blade.
Yeah,
I just want
yeah.
to say that was really cool.
Man, Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, that's an amazing movie.
It is literally.
Is that what is your favorite zombie? And
Dawn of
why
the
is
Dead.
it Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah,
I
it
mean-
is Dawn of the Dead.
It's like such an epic, and it's like the prototype for what I feel like zombie movies became.
Yeah, yeah. No.
Like it's the comic book thing,
Yeah.
plus it's got that epic nature. And it's like a big,
Yeah.
long movie,
Oh, and it's
and the social stuff. You
Yeah,
know
and
that was
it-
carryover from Night of the Living
yeah,
Dead.
but I think it's such a great looking film.
It's a
too.
beautiful film, yeah,
Um,
and like a great looking '70s film.
Yes, yes. Like that, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yes,
You know,
French Connection,
French
I'd say,
Connection,
something like that.
Dog
I think-
Day Afternoon.
Dog Day Afternoon.
Like, there's a few films that just
That's the fucking '70s, yeah.
right.
Man, Dog
You
Day
know-
Afternoon, I would watch any day. I love that movie so
Because
much.
like something like The Godfather is kind of.
Well, you gotta have some time for
No, but I mean, like from a visual perspective, it's grounded in kind of like it's in the era it's set, right? So it kind of has that kind of. I always found it has that kind of soap opera sheen to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, from like what look 70s,
Right.
Like Dawn of the Dead, Dog Day Afternoon, not Saving Christmas. Let's finish talking about this.
There's like a cold one. Anyway.
I want to talk about what we're talking about, but we gotta get through this.
Anyway.
Christian, there's a dance party. Christian comes back.
So, okay.
He slides.
So there's a
into
scene
the
where
present.
fucking Pennywise comes back in the park. And he's like all horny for Christmas.
Slides in.
He like literally he comes in and then the guy, the crazy Friday guy is like, this man
Part the Red Sea.
he's
Part
like,
the
this
Red
man just
Sea.
done had a revelation.
Yeah.
He's like, and like I know it sounds racist, but that's kind of what he sounds like, and I'm just
Yes.
doing the voice.
Yes.
Just
yes.
doing the voice.
Yeah.
I'm a good man.
You are.
But he's like, this man had a revelation. Amen. And everyone's like, amen. He runs in. Pennywise fucking runs in. And he's all stoked.
Yeah.
Slides towards the tree, knocking over presents with his head. And so the idea is that now he really gets Kirk Cameron's brainwashing session. And he gets that Christmas is just about having a good time with your bros.
What's weird though is because he said that those presents were for the town of Bethlehem,
That's what Kirk Cameron said.
Cameron, right?
Jerusalem.
Yeah,
It was
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, yeah. The skyline of Jerusalem.
The skyline of Jerusalem. So what does fucking Christian do? Mows them all
Knocks them all
down.
over.
He runs in and knocks them all down, tearing down the town. And that's like, there's a number of things that Cameron comes out with, and then it's like, well, then you contradict it seconds later.
Yeah.
Then we get to where Christian sees his drug-addled wife, and she's like, Christian,
There are a lot of scenes, though. Yeah, there are a lot of scenes where he's like celebrating, looking happy, and she's looking at him like she's terrified.
yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
No,
like
no.
looking as if like he's gonna come over here and smack me right in the
And
neck.
when I
Like,
say like hella addicted, I mean like
she looks like
she doesn't even do it to get that way. It's just like the prescriptions have just changed the the concoctions a little
the
bit
chemical
too.
balance in her brain. Yeah.
Yeah, and so she's like, Christian, and I'm not like, literally, her voice is not too hard, like, what's up with you, Christian?
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah, that's true. I thought actually.
I tell you what.
You're kind of
And he's like, and I want to give you something I've been meaning to give you for a long time.
which sounds like an innuendo.
And then she's like, what are you going to give me, Big Papa?
And it's like, I've organized a hip hop dance.
No.
What?
And then it freezes. And then Kirk Cameron out of nowhere is like, what do you think would happen right now?
Oh, that's right.
In a way like, oh, they're gonna fuck. He's like, what do you think? And then he's like, remember, the hero always does something unexpected.
You know, Kirk Cameron did it in the take where he made them fuck.
Well, the thing is, she was for a long time, and that probably coming off not how I mean it. No, but I think those who know will understand I'm getting at that. But anyways, yeah. So he comes out, he's like, I organized a really super. Like, he just read something off. Like, I'm sure it was difficult to say how many takes because he says like he created a rap group, blah 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 blah. But
created
there's like
an
a
elaborate
rap
hip-hop dance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a rapid succession which the coffee cup voiceover.
Yeah.
It's said in that type of like rapid fire delivery that it's just weird that it comes out as quick as it does. It is, like,
Yeah.
it's kind of, so he creates a dance troupe. And then
Well, actually, what really happens is Jackson Galaxy puts a song on that's like a rap version of whatever Christmas song it is. Angels We Have Heard on High. Angels We Have Heard on High. Yeah. And like all the kids and everyone has a big dance party. It's very embarrassing. It makes me very sad.
it's the
It's
and at this point, Kirk Cameron is dressed up in a Santa suit and looks like he's auditioning for the remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Like, if I can be honest, I feel like we haven't even come close to conveying how bad this movie
I
is.
don't think we have.
If you're listening to this still, God help you. You just have to see it. It's so bad that it's almost indescribable.
Yeah.
It's like if you were to describe like a Coleman Francis film, like Beast of Yucca Flats, or like Red Zone Cuba. It's almost hard. You can't even put it into words.
Well, because with Beast of Yucca Flash, you can describe that this is a really terrible low rent
Fire in the hole!
horror film where like a man with severe alcoholism and lack of breath is trying to be a monster and scare. Like you can at least say that.
You got nuclear.
Like and you can like then someone's like, oh yeah, that sounds terrible. Like I can see how it's terrible.
Yeah, but this one is like
And this is like, yeah, this is terrible because
you can't really
you don't
conceive it.
understand.
Yeah, it sounds
really
bad,
how bad
but it's
this
so
is.
much worse than it sounds.
This is like call home and tell your mother bad.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember you showed it to me. I think I said this earlier. Like, my jaw just dropped. Like, I was like, this is fucking different. And I would say, like, honestly, the room is better. Because it's a movie. It's a narrative that makes sense.
I've probably seen this.
I've seen it 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
More than any person should. good.
Yeah.
But it is one of those movies that, as bad as it is, it's fun to show something.
I think I saw the first time I saw it. You watched it. I watched it the second time today. Christmas. I watched it 3 times the first December. I saw it.
Yeah. It's like, for me, this is going to be a Christmas movie going forward.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's so bad that it's just unbelievable.
It's fascinating.
It's fascinating.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is a terrible film. And if you can get behind, there's an utter fascination behind this existence.
Fire in the hole!
Probably how people feel about Sam Kinison.
It's fucking true.
My theory is that Kirk Cameron was actually Satan the whole time. Because it's all about materialism.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
He's subverting the real Christianity.
No way.
Right? So, like, this guy is like, I'm really having a hard time about pagan symbols and, the lack of attention paid to Christ and the real meaning of Christmas. Kirk Cameron's like, materialism's great. Everything's great. Right?
There's such a fucking confidence to Cameron, like
it's unnerving. He's unnerving in this movie.
Yeah, man, this is wild.
Killer Joe vibes. I don't know
Ooh,
what he's doing, right? Like,
you can see in his eyes that one drink,
yeah,
or
one drink,
one smoke,
yep,
will send him just down the spot.
Yeah, he was
like, how many people have just found Kirk Cameron?
Oh, hi, nice house.
Yeah.
Kind of funny how you don't have any crosses up.
I noticed that while I was walking by.
Yeah, just walking.
and then you see, he doesn't even pick the lock, he just smashed the window.
I was gonna say, he's like, looking at that hard too, I smashed the window there. Not very secure place you got here. He's got his feet up on the kitchen table.
Your windows break pretty easily.
Windows break pretty easy. Your dog is pretty easy.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, that's the truth.
Right?
Yeah. They're like, well, the dog should have gone. Oh, God. The dog just,
Let's make a nice rug.
So,
like, so mean.
I think that's saving Christmas.
That's it, baby.
That is it. Obviously watch this.
You have to see it. It's unbelievable.
Contact me until loan the DVD out, or
honestly, if you message us on Instagram if you want to watch Saving Christmas, we will pay the postage both ways. I'll do it. We'll pay to send it to you. We'll pay to have it sent back.
You can rent this on YouTube.
That's amazing. How is that? Can you? I would love to see the numbers. Who's renting it?
And if you're like me, you can order it.
You can literally buy a copy of it.
This is a wild film.
It really is.
It's something. Anyways, I think we put a plug in that one.
Yeah.
We quickly gonna do a roundup of you know what?
Give a fuck.
No, just quickly. What's one movie without
I watched a movie called Spookies, which I've seen before. It's a horror movie that is actually made up of 2 different movies spliced together.
Okay.
So it had one directorial team that did it, one film crew did it, and the producer was like, no. Another filmmaker she finished off the mid-80s horror film. And it's basically, it's kind of incomprehensible, but it's amazing. It's just a lot of great monster effects. Really fun. Fascination.
Nice.
Female blood drinkers up with a man who is a criminal, and he thinks that he's got them hostage. They've got him hostage. They're going to take his
Good?
Yeah.
I will just say one thing. I do have a question. the reason I wanted to shortchange is I have a question at the end of this thing.
Yeah.
I watched a film called Ad Astra, which is the new James Gray film. The Lost City of the Immigrant. This is a Brad Pitt in space.
I'm already in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, anyways, I'm not going to go into it, but it's really just almost like a father.
Yeah.
And it's it takes a lot of emotional notes and it's less about the space and the ones really are not specifically about the asteroids, but I really liked it. I really liked the director, and I wasn't looking forward to it because I was kind of upset that he went into space because he's a slightly more grounded filmmaker than that.
Yeah.
But it actually worked out well, so I'm happy that worked out. But what I wanted to get to is, since this is a Christmas film that we talked about, and last week we did Ernest, this is December, Christmas is 9 days away.
9 days, baby.
Shit, no.
7 days away.
Thank God.
It's all good.
What is, if you had to say, your favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas Evil.
All right.
Is my favorite Christmas movie. It's kind of famously touted by John Waters as one of the wildest Christmas movies.
See, I gotta watch it. We were going to watch it, but time didn't
allow.
Time dictated that we needed to talk about
Saving Christmas is yeah. But we'll do Christmas Evil next year.
Yeah.
Christmas Evil is a completely wild movie that's about a man who dresses in a Santa suit because he saw his mom get horny when he was a kid at Christmas time, and he ends up killing people. I can't even describe, but also Black Christmas.
Black Christmas. Do you know that a remake of that just came out?
They've remade it twice.
I know.
Yeah, this remake looks particularly
This
bad.
one looks bad. I
Yeah.
didn't see the 2006 one.
I saw it. It was okay.
Yeah, Glenn Morgan's not bad. Like, he's a competent filmmaker. He did the Willard remake, which I was
I
quite
actually
a
didn't
fan.
mind that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he did like him and Glenn Morgan, I believe, did the first Final Destination and also like some X-Files stuff in the 90s and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I never did see that remake, but I mean, yes, the original Black Christmas.
It's untouchable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than Christmas Evil. But Christmas Evil is one that's like is neat. It's just a really neat movie.
And Black
It's
Christmas is
weird.
another weird like one in Bob Clark's career. That's
Yeah.
a Bob Clark film, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Bob Clark had a very weird career.
Yeah.
Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, Black Christmas, Christmas Story,
Baby Geniuses.
Baby Geniuses. Insane.
Like, fascinating.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, what's your favorite? I don't know. I mean, that's just my off the top of my head.
I mean,
but, yeah.
mine is very much off the top of the head. I don't like. I mean, neither of us. I don't like. I've never seen This Wonderful Life or A Wonderful Life.
I have. I like that movie.
I mean, I not because I just have never.
Yeah.
And I'm sure maybe I don't know.
Although I will say, I'm just going to jump in one
Yeah.
second. In terms of like, if you're asking me about like a traditional Christmas movie,
Well, Christmas. It doesn't have to be traditional. I mean,
I probably you can't go wrong with Home Alone. I like Home Alone.
No, Home. Yeah, that's great. But yeah, A Christmas Story. I only watched it the first time last year. I really didn't like that movie.
You know, I'm finding more and more that there's backlash against that movie.
Yeah.
It's not a movie I'm particularly into either.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what
I just really don't. I can see how some people like I can get it up under the cloud, but I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And like you know, Christmas Vacation is great.
Oh, of
Home
course,
Alone,
yeah.
and there's those ones. But I just watched it the other night, and I actually do watch this movie once a year usually, and it's not always around Christmas. But
If you say mixed nuts right now.
no, it's not Mixed Nuts. And actually, I'm thinking of another one that I was like, I just thought of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That's really good too. But Batman Returns.
Oh, yeah. Christmas movie. Yeah.
Yeah. I think is an absolute fascinating masterpiece. I don't know why. Well, I don't know what like.
Forgive me for saying, but it's batshit. It's a batshit movie. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's
Like I keep on coming back to like. There's something that Tim Burton just tapped into, like some insanity.
Well, and think
that-
before Christopher Nolan, he really got the darkness
Yeah.
of Batman.
And I mean, I'm not a big comic book I have nothing wrong with it, but I always gravitated towards Batman. I always thought he really works cinematically, and I always was like, I don't care about the TV show and like any kind of comic or iteration of it, but as
Yeah.
a movie, I always found the character fascinating. But just like the Penguin is vile. Cat like Michelle Pfeiffer, Christopher Walken as the mayor, like the goons that they have, like they're just jumping. Like it's such a like it is a wild circus.
What year did that come out?
92.
Because I remember seeing that movie and like seeing Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman and being like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like 6.
Yeah,
Like,
it still is. Oof.
and I was
But
like, oh.
like the production design on that movie is wild, and
Yeah.
I always keep coming back to it, and I think it's certainly probably the best Batman film.
And like you're right, Danny DeVito is so like animalistic and just something so weird about
And
the
it's just
design.
gross.
It's gross.
Gross.
Yeah.
And like and Christopher Walken too, just that added bonus where you forget that like, oh shit, we got Walken in here.
Yeah, yeah.
And Michael Keaton is so good. He's so good.
Probably my favorite Batman.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of what Nolan did.
yeah, oh yeah, and I like Bale as Batman too.
You know,
actually.
yeah, but also like those tend to be sometimes an exercise.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know.
And I will say, like, I don't give a shit about comic characters in general.
No.
But you're right that Batman is kind of the most cinematic. of them.
Cinematic, not
Yeah.
because not even relatable. I mean, I don't-
Not at all. Like, billionaire martial arts expert detective.
but yeah, there's just something
But
like
and you know, I'm going to go back to it because I think that Michelle Pfeiffer was excellent as Catwoman.
oh, she was
And like
Yeah.
defined to me what that role could really, because like Julie Newmar, obviously, you know, but
Yeah.
but whatever, right? Because
Yeah.
that was like a comedy, that was
Yeah.
a parody.
But when you look at like Anne Hathaway from The Dark Knight Rises against that, like you can't
It's like
compare.
Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman was so impressive because there was like the vulnerability, but also the cruelty of the character, and like she really nailed it.
in the costume.
Yeah. Oh, the costume, exactly, and that's what
Right.
I'm saying. When I was younger, and like you see that, there's something about it that's just like almost elemental.
How many fetish clubs at that
I
point?
know.
Just like we're just gravitating towards.
That must have been a look in the clubs
oh
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
But beyond that, it's just a great design, and like it's
Yeah.
a great, it's
Well,
a
that-
very
yeah.
like it's perfect.
Yeah.
She looks perfect in that, and I don't mean that in like a creep way. I'm just
No,
like,
no.
she looks great in that movie, and
Yeah.
she's really selling.
You're not going to make that costume look better than what it does in 1992.
No,
There's
and they
no
never
way you
have.
can. No,
They never have. They did Catwoman with Halle Berry.
Sure.
Which whatever.
Yeah.
But like, and then nothing against Halle
Directed
Berry.
by Pitouf.
nothing against Halle Berry. But like, I just feel like Michelle Pfeiffer. No one's ever inhabited that character better.
Michelle Pfeiffer, great.
She was great.
She's
Yeah,
just great
she
in
is.
general.
She's great, yeah.
Grease 2.
Dangerous Minds or that.
Yeah. Oh.
I know you can't even think about the movie without.
So
thinking
yeah,
about that.
Batman Returns is what I got to say, and we'll end on that note. I say it's the final episode of this year.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening. Hope you do continue.
Yeah.
Because we'll probably continue to do this until someone pulls the plug on us.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably gonna be dead in a couple of years.
Yeah, so we've got a few more years. So listen to us if you haven't already.
Just like. But do you think anyone's listening at this point?
There's a few.
Yeah.
There's a few people that tell me they do.
Does Brendan listen?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Brendan's a listener.
Yeah. He's a fan. Well, the last Ernest got a little bit of love.
Did it? I don't even know. What do you mean?
It's people commenting about it. Like
Okay.
more. I don't know. Anyways, now we're talking.
Talking shop.
Yeah, talking shop. Or something. I'm like. Anyways, yeah. Like, review us, comment, put it in the section, send us money. It doesn't matter. Oh wait, a second. Wait. Is that a sponsor right here? Is that a plug?
MeUndies.
MeUndies. Owned by Colt 45. Dave, what number do you have on the tab there?
That's
Dave has a 4.
All right, we got a 4.
All right, and if you know what that means, have a good night.
Fire in the hole!
It's a bitch's dedication.
Holy fuck.
It's a bitch's dedication. It's a bitch's dedication.
Beautiful. Hi everyone, this is Dave, and you're wasting life with Josh and Dave. Well,
The immortal words of Joe Pesci. It's the bitches that'll get yous.
yeah, he did a rap album,
Well,
a
hey,
song at least.
welcome this week back to Wasting Life,
It's a great
a
podcast.
podcast made for you and me
Yeah.
exclusively.
It's mostly just for the
It's
two
for
of us.
you and me. After a long hiatus of a few days,
Yeah, after a while.
we are back here after a Halloween extravaganza. We took November off
Yeah.
for
Personal development.
personal development refusal days.
Yeah.
Um,
What the fuck? This is a great show.
so, Dave, how
Yeah.
you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm pretty good, Dave.
Good.
I got my lotion in front of me for
Alright.
extracting seeds. And,
It's like I think it's lemon flavor.
well,
I don't know.
seed extract away.
Yeah, you got to get that. You got to get it.
Anyways, so it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
I mean, we moved from one theme to the next.
Yeah.
We could have done a November theme of Thanksgiving films.
Well, the thing is, Thanksgiving sucks.
Yeah, it's all about the ham, but most people focus on the turkey.
I like the turkey. I'm just gonna go on the record and say that.
White or dark?
I like both. Dark has more flavor.
But if you get like a very moist white piece,
I'm okay with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm
mind
only
you,
a man.
Thursday, November is our Brethren Americans holiday. We celebrated in October.
Yeah.
The student folks that we are.
What's
here in
happening? Are you okay?
I'm probably just slightly sober more than I normally am, so I'm
Right.
trying to
Right.
speak properly by not speaking
like-
how I.
You're like mayhaps November.
Perhaps in the month of the flurry of.
Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars for the disaster storm season known as November.
It's true.
Here we are prospecting for gold and turning out
Enemy
shit.
spotted.
Welcome to our movie podcast.
And it is the wild, freezing month of December, leading up to Christmas.
Yeah.
And so why not venturing down the realms of Christmas films?
Yeah.
And
And we've got a doozy for you.
yeah, but before we get to that,
Yeah.
are Christmas films good?
No. I mean, honestly, like,
Most of them are not.
I think that you could eliminate all Christmas movies and it would be fine.
I think we're good.
Like, I mean, Black Christmas,
Yeah.
Christmas Evil. They're all horror movies.
The night before.
The night before. Well, like,
That's actually a recent one, but it's quite good.
is that the one with the kids?
No, that's the one with Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt and
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Michael Jordan, and Michael Shannon is like the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future.
Awesome. Did you say Michael Jordan?
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Okay. Like,
Not the one that hates the
Yeah,
kids. Fuck
Space-
them kids.
Space Jam.
Oh,
Even better.
Michael. I mean, there's a lot. Any film that Michael B. Jordan in is you think of it if it was just Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
But I mean, the best if he teamed up with Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
It's like their old friend.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Or if it was like Michael B. Jordan's like old uncle who's now their. Anyways, lots of Michael Jordan films that have gone unfilmed that should
Sure.
have.
Welcome to our movie podcast. This is wasting life.
A podcast where we talk about films, generally disgraceful. The podcast, not the films.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this week we decide to go down the realms of the franchise that I think is only halted because of the death of its star.
Yeah, I mean, like, if they could keep making this with a CG Ernest, but they could CG Jim Varney, but they can't make it work.
Yeah,
It's too expensive so
So,
far.
I mean, you've kind of let the cat out of the bag, but yeah, we are going to talk about Ernest Saves Christmas,
Ernest Scared Christmas.
the second film in the likely very non-lucrative film series of Ernest films.
Yeah, like eventually it's like Ernest plays basketball. Isn't that one?
No, Slam Dunk Ernest.
Yeah.
Ernest goes, and so I mean, anyways, Dave, what's your history with Ernest?
I fucking hate Ernest. Like,
Did
I
you
remember,
ever like Ernest?
I remember when I was a kid, like really young, I liked Ernest Scared Stupid because like it was a
Same
Halloween
here.
movie, and it actually is a pretty freaky kid's Halloween.
It was, yeah.
If
oh,
you're
it
like
was.
6, that's a terrifying.
It was
film.
scary. Yeah.
Yeah. But Ernest, like, in general, first of all, like, you could really tell when the movies started to get cheaper and cheaper. Like, it was one of those series that, like, really, like, Ernest Goes to Jail is, like, fine. Mm-hmm. That's about it.
And,
Like, that's really the only one
there's
that's, like, okay.
Christmas, and then there was, like, Ernest Goes to School. Is that one?
That's one.
Yeah.
There's one where he's in the army.
Yeah, Ernest Goes to the Army, but then there's, but what was...
Camp.
Camp, that was the other, that
Yeah.
was the third one.
Yeah, that one, I think right around then, I was
Yeah.
like, you know what?
And then
Good.
there's like Ernest Scared Stupid, Slam Dunk Ernest, Ernest Goes to Africa was
Yeah.
one, and there might be another
There
one.
was an Air Bud sequel that just starred Jim Varney as Ernest. It's just like, I got it, guys.
So yeah, the Ernest. I think the character's origins
Roger that.
is from. I think he was like a regional like TV commercial like
Yeah.
like character.
And then someone was like, this guy's great.
Well, shit. I mean, the '80s. I mean, this is the perfect time for Ernest to like have an attempt at being, a film.
Yeah.
Because think of
Copy
like
that.
that era is the highlight of finding a niche quality and giving it a platform for
Yeah.
a bigger audience, right? Like,
The hyper focus that comes with hardcore cocaine abuse lets an executive look at someone like Jim Varney as Ernest and say, that should be a franchise.
that should be a franchise. And now, what's funny though is that this. Again, just by looking at credits without actually reading into the oral history of Ernest,
Right.
which I'm sure someone has wrote and no one has published, is
That's like some AV Club editor in
Yeah,
their, like,
yeah.
in their trash folder.
and A Dow's still trying to get that published.
Yeah.
And so, but the director, John Cherry the Third, is the same director for most of these. I think there's one or two where he doesn't direct them.
So he's like it's a passion.
Yeah, with him and Jim Varney. And, it's Jim Varney does go off and do other films. Like, he does do other work.
Yeah. Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, which, that's a film we need to look at.
That's a really weird film.
Yeah. But even,
Diedrich
like, Bader,
Yeah.
Cloris Leachman,
It's,
Erica Laniak.
who's the woman from Back to the Future? It's driving me nuts. I can't remember her name.
Leah
The mom.
Thompson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's in it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Dabney Coleman, the great.
Right, the
Dabney
great.
Coleman.
Absolutely.
Oh, Dabney Coleman. I like
Beautiful.
a treasure.
Treasure.
A treasure. Not in this movie.
No.
No.
But you know who is in this movie?
Enemy
No
sighted.
one.
I was gonna say who. I don't think a single fucking person is.
Santa Claus.
But Jim Varney. So this is he's certainly a rubber face of your Jim Carrey story, right? This is a comedian who's very physical and very facial here.
Seems like someone who would just kill at the local Elks Club.
Oh,
and I'm not
for
even
sure.
saying that as like
No.
as a slight.
No.
Like he seems like someone who would be like a regional
Yeah.
guy who
You
just
know.
like, oh, there he is.
This is like a Robin Williams, and it's weird how they shoot him too, as they do in the other films. Sometimes it's so like a hyper close up.
This weird like Greek art thing where they're like shooting him from like almost underneath his face or
Yeah.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. There's like some stylistic hallmarks that carry throughout the Ernest films.
Yeah.
Like there are, yeah. And there's always that weird like first person thing like the commercials.
Yeah.
Where it's like him going into Vern's house. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
which we'll talk about
talk
Vern
about it.
later because
Yeah.
so yeah, it's in the second big screen foray, they decided to do a Christmas film.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because the first one he goes to jail, which is probably where he should be.
Yeah. It's like one thing you should not be is independently living. Like Ernest cannot. Like, he doesn't know. Like I'm like, who gave this guy a license? Like,
So now normally we don't have any structure to give a synopsis, so I'm gonna go through what this movie's about, and then we can talk about it.
sure. Sure, I'm gonna take a nap.
But you shouldn't, because this film is pretty batshit crazy.
Yeah. The whole premise, yeah.
Before I do, how long did it take you to watch this movie?
There were some pauses for sure. I kind of had to force myself to get through it.
Yeah.
Because I watched it like yesterday.
It did you? Okay.
Yeah, I do a lot of research for this.
So
show.
I mean, it also helps sometimes when we have when we know a little bit, like a few days before, because it took me 3 times to like. I put it on.
I'll tell you this: I got through The Irishman in one shot.
Right,
I took
yeah.
like a bathroom break or 2, and that was 3.5 hours long. But this took a
This
while.
is an hour and 27 minutes.
And it feels every
I
minute.
put it
of
on
that.
one night, and after 17 minutes, I said, no more. I
Nope.
cannot do this. And then I tried again, and I made it to like 50 minutes, and I said, maybe tomorrow we'll finish this.
The thing is, Jim Varney is charismatic, but Ernest is not funny
No.
at all.
Okay. Before I get into this
Right.
dumb story.
Okay.
Who is Ernest now? Because I'm asking because we need another photo by Annie and Jamie, who thank you have done the ones
Yeah,
before.
thank you for doing your Photoshops or what MS Paints, what have
Yeah.
you.
God, if they use paint, oh, it's beautiful.
It's like painstaking.
It's the only thing I can use. But anyways, realistically, is there anyone?
He's like a zany old
Right?
creep guy. No, like who's that now?
I mean, like, Jim Carrey is a go-to, but
But like, do kids give a shit about Jim Carrey?
No,
Like, I love his artwork.
no, I'm not asking that. I love his art.
I love his political cartoons. Yeah.
But like, just is there anyone that you can think of that is rubbery enough, or that?
It's interesting because he's both rubber and leather.
Yeah, but
look it
also,
up.
do you need something that's rubbery?
Is that a need?
Or do you do like a weird reboot where Sam Rockwell is Ernest,
Yeah, definitely.
where it's more of like a confused detective, or can like
Yeah. I mean, do kids want that now? Like, everybody's
again, I don't care if kids want.
You don't
it.
care. You just want. Okay. I don't have an answer for your question. I don't know.
Okay, I was trying to think of that earlier, and I think I'm kind of puzzled on who would be, a modern Ernest. And I don't know if it's that I'm out of touch with.
I think that's it for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like kind of some modern comedians.
The guy from the Lazy Town meme. Like,
What? I mean, maybe, okay, I'll go off on a limb, and I would either want Paul Shear,
yeah.
or just out of association.
Paul Shear.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting pick.
Couldn't you see, like, I think I could see that. Him
yeah.
talking to Vern.
Yeah, that could. Yeah.
All right, the other one I was going to say was Jason Mantzoukas, just for shits and giggles.
Zooks, yeah.
But I think Paul Shear could pull it off.
Definitely.
Okay,
Yeah, I
I'm going to
can
go
see
with
it.
that. Paul Shear.
That's
is the
funny.
next Ernest.
He's the next. I'm sure he'd love to hear that.
No.
Let's send him an email. Everybody tweet him.
Yeah. Let's get this franchise off the road.
rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Ernest Saves Christmas. Starts off.
Yeah, he sure does.
Starts off with a terrible like credit sequence of just like old gaudy 50s like Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but the credits were so off-putting
It's
to
like
me.
trying to make you feel nostalgic, but
Yeah.
like it's kind of gross.
It's just like
yeah.
I'm not watching A Christmas Story, another Christmas film that is not good.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
Kind of like if
Christmas
you
Story.
died of like carbon monoxide poisoning on Christmas Eve. That would be like your thoughts.
That's,
you know what I mean?
that's actually that's the perfect encapsulation of the credit sequence,
Yeah.
which really means nothing, but just I felt weird about it.
yeah.
Anyways, Santa Claus arrives in Florida via plane.
I'm already laughing.
Well, Dave, you're not supposed to laugh at this. This is the beginning of the story. So yeah, but he arrives in Florida. Of all the fucking places, Florida,
Yeah.
which leads
Well, that's the irony of it, right? Right? He's like, he's from the North Pole. It's Florida. They don't really do anything with that idea. But that's probably
okay,
was the
okay,
idea.
fair enough.
Anyway,
It's just
sorry.
No,
He
you're
shows
right.
up in Florida.
You're right. And he's basically he's looking for someone. He has this guy in mind to take over the role of Santa.
Yeah.
And this guy in mind is he makes a kids TV show where morality and integrity, like these lessons are very
It's
like,
the please and
important.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Santa thinks this guy is
Yeah.
going to find out.
It's like, I only know one nice guy in the world, and he has a beard, so
Yeah.
let's do this.
And so he's in the airport, and the airport is like, there's this snap, and this is the hilarious kind of like jokes we got going here.
Yeah.
Which work in airplane.
Right.
All the jokes they try in this airport and all the airport jokes work in airplane. They fail in here. When it's a snapshot of all the different ethnicities in the
Oh, they've got
80s.
like the Arab. It's so
yeah.
so embarrassing.
Like,
yeah.
that is just a
Yeah.
goddamn.
And that's like an 80s thing for sure.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, look at this. This
Yeah.
is funny, right? You
Yeah.
go to an airport and you see just
Everyone's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. It's a major international airport,
Yeah.
Florida.
Right? You're going to see a lot of cultures there.
Like,
You're going to see Santa
like-
rubbing elbows with a businessman.
yeah, like fucking LaGuardia. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's not funny.
No.
But in airplane, you know how to make what to do right. Like
Right.
how to make that funny. Anyways, it's just really stuck out as like lazy. Yeah. So Santa gets a cab. Now that cab driver played by Ernest.
Yeah.
Ernest drives a cab. Also, before I go
Again,
over-
Ernest should not have a
No.
license.
No, he should not. Also, is he the first Florida man?
There's a pretty good
I
chance.
think it is. So picks up Santa, and so he's they're driving down the road, and Ernest clearly should not be a fucking cab driver or anything. He opens up his glove compartment, and there's a "Keep Christ in Christmas" sticker.
That was really weird.
Right?
Yeah.
He is an early purveyor of that message of like, keep Christ, like, you know, you
Yeah.
gotta say Merry Christmas, which is insane.
That's
That
insane.
he was pounding that drum in 1988.
Yeah,
Right?
He's like, Jesus, the big man, Vern.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like everyone's like, no, you can say. He's like, no, there's 5 people
He's like-
here who aren't letting me say it.
Jesus, the big guy, head honcho. That's like every Ernest joke. It's just him saying something and then saying it in a different way.
Yeah.
The big cheese. Like, just
Yeah.
like fucking, you know.
Yeah, like his bottom jaw sticks out and starts
Fuck,
moving
I
around.
fucking hate him.
It's wild to how much that I admired and still really do the like Ace Ventura as a child, but I never had an admiration for Ernest.
No, he's not deserving of anyone's
Yeah.
respect.
So, anyways,
Again, no, weirdly, not Jim Varney. Ernest.
exactly.
Like, I
yeah.
always knew that Jim Varney was like, I
Yes,
like him.
I do like Jim
Yeah.
Varney. You know, there is something about the conviction to this character that I admire.
I don't think there's a better version of this character.
No.
It just is a shitty character.
It's a shitty character.
It's like, if you're doing Larry the Cable Guy, it's not going to be funny to me.
No.
It's always just Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, it's not like you're going to get, oh, well, fucking Michael Douglas would be great as Larry the Cable Guy. No, I don't want to see it.
But and not that this is what you're trying to say, though. But I will say, though, there's something that's more interesting about Ernest the Larry the Cable Guy. Like, that's just very geographically different,
Right.
right? With Ernest,
What's wrong with you?
it's
What's the question?
like, this is someone's creation that, I mean, maybe it's designed by Reed, like, you know,
Nice shot.
like, where it's from.
Yeah.
But don't think this is just like something weird, right? Like, what's this?
It does seem weirdly regional, but it does also seem weirdly universal. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you mean, though.
Yeah. So anyways, cab driver's got Santa, and they pick up this runaway transient girl. Like, what's her name? Like Harmony Jones.
Sure.
It's like a stripper's name.
Yeah, it's like Hula Star. But she just like comes out of a restaurant after trying to ditch the bill. So you know right away that she's like a bad kid.
Yeah.
And then she meets Ernest, and she's like, better go with this guy.
Yeah, get in the car with him.
Ernest always is like getting kids to come around him,
Yeah.
which is weird. I mean, I know that it's like that's an adult reading of it, but at the same time, it's like there's really no way to watch that and be like, yeah, of course they want to hang
But
out
this
with
one
this guy.
is this one's a little creepier as
This
it goes
one's definitely
on, right?
weird, yeah.
So he lets Santa off to wherever Santa's going. Santa has no money. why would he? How would he pay for the plane trip?
There's a
Right?
lot.
So
He's magic, dude.
Yeah,
Why does he get arrested?
well, I'll tell you why when we get there.
Okay.
Because he's pestering him, and the agent's mad. But
Yeah.
so
Turn him into a fucking frog. You're Santa.
Ernest gets fired because he gave Santa free fare.
ride, yeah.
But the thing is, if Ernest got fired over that is not the first notch. On
You
the
know
iron.
he
That
was
is-
fucking up bad. Yeah. Yeah, you know.
So Ernest loses his job. He takes the transient girl home with him.
He's like, come on.
She's okay. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
So Santa leaves his sack in Ernest's cab or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so Ernest drops him off at
Enemy
the
spotted.
kids show
yeah,
guy because he's going to
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
going to meet his new hire.
Yeah, so then he goes to meet the guy, and the guy doesn't know it. Like, he's confused.
You
by
gotta
it,
admit,
right?
he's got a ton of charisma.
Yeah.
Very charismatic actor. He's really good. Really pops on screen. Like,
the level of, like, not to keep on using the word regional, but, like, regional theater level acting in this.
yeah.
Like,
They definitely, this guy was definitely in,
this
like,
is Troll 2, right?
Yeah.
This is almost on Troll 2 level.
it really is not far off.
It's not.
Like, it's just that they shoehorn in the Christmas thing, so people probably think this is a better movie than it actually
Yeah.
is. Because you know there are families that are watching this on Christmas. You don't think so?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I wondered that because inherently with any Christmas film, you're probably watching it. Like someone's watching it, something like this, like an '80s staple, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know about this one.
It's really
Okay,
bad.
there's 5 families.
Yeah.
There's 5 families in America.
America, yeah.
Yeah.
In North America, to be clear. Yeah.
There's one in Manitoba and the rest are in America.
The rest are, yeah.
It's the same ones that
Christmas
keep
tradition.
like Phantom of the Paradise going in Manitoba.
That's so funny.
It's
that-
my favorite.
That
one of my
regional
favorite-
success.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it just Winnipeg? Manitoba.
Let's
Yeah.
say Manitoba for lack of knowledge.
Right.
But it's a great story.
It's just a great piece of trivia, yeah.
Anyways, so Ernest is trying to convince. Oh, Joe. Shit, what's his name?
Smoking grenade.
Jojo.
He's got a good like kind of last name
Flash
to
bomb.
it. He's wrote down Joe. But anyways, tries to convince Joe like you need to be Santa. You are the next Santa. And then his agent's like, which I don't know why the agent's there. Why this?
The agent's there.
He's like, hey, you gotta stop, bugging my guy, and then he gets him arrested.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy, he tells him that his name is Santa Claus, and he calls
Yeah.
him, that gets him taken away to jail.
Yeah, how
Which
that
I don't
happens.
know if that's how it
I
works.
think that's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's calling him like, hey, this guy's
Get this old guy here saying he's Santa.
So Santa's
Chuck him
jail.
in the slammer.
Ernest and the Harmony Jones or whatever.
Yeah.
Is this when he dresses up like a woman, like the old lady?
I feel like it is.
Yeah. So yeah, because he's like pretends to be a government worker with like her daughter or the
How does
like,
that
daughter.
work? Yeah, he
Yeah.
comes in as a government worker.
Smoking grenade.
Which is weird because seeing Ernest, seeing Jim Varney, it's like in Ernest Goes to Jail,
Yeah.
where you see him as like regular, not Ernest. And you're like, oh, he's a man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He's like a guy, and he could do other things.
Yeah.
Why is he doing Ernest? Anyway,
And so then they convince him that we're transferring Santa to an insane asylum.
right? Yeah. And then the little girl there, and she's like, "Is this how the government works?" Something like that. It's so good.
So they take him and they take Santa out, and so Ernest dresses up like a snake wrangler.
Yeah, that's right.
Because they go to the set of this movie that Joe's filming, Santa Slays. And so, because I don't know if there's actually going to be any snakes in this film, but I guess if you're just a snake wrangler, you get on set, because that's how you get. Oh.
So they're in the Florida heat, and Santa's in a burlap sack, holding a hose, pretending it's snakes, and a rattle, in the back. And the security guy's like, "I'm gonna look in the back," and Ernest's like, "Hold on, man, you don't want to be looking back there." And he does this thing with his fingers where he's pretending they're like a snake's fang. Funny stuff. Fun, it's
Riot.
good. It's a good movie.
So this is where I stopped writing because this started to make me mad. Joe gets mad because he has to swear in the film and it's against his better judgment.
This movie makes No Holds Barred look like The Wrestler. Like, you know what I mean? That's the kind of... It's like, actually, that doesn't even mean anything, but it's just, you know what I mean? It's just a bad movie, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it ends somehow.
I don't even fucking remember. I'm not even playing you. I remember Ernest is in the sleigh, and the elves are behind him being like, I'm gonna kill her.
His Ernest and Harmony Jones. I don't think of their name. Go and give all the presents.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking... Yeah, Ernest and Wendy Blaze, or whatever her face is.
Snowfall Jones.
Yeah. Like...
So, that's the movie.
Ernest and Pepper Nitro.
Peppermint.
So anyway, that's the movie, I guess.
That's the movie.
It's and there's also an extended sequence where he goes to Vern's house.
I was one to talk about.
Yeah.
Vern. Sorry, getting excited here. Is a reoccurring character of the series.
But don't see him.
No.
No.
So who is Vern?
So the idea, I think, is that Vern is like Ernest's long-suffering neighbor, right?
Yeah.
And then Ernest is like, I'm not helping with your stuff, and Vern is like just... Ernest is like a chaotic presence in Vern's seemingly regular life. Although Vern also is throwing a Christmas party where the food is like punch, chips, double cheeseburgers. That's who's coming to this fucking party. Ernest is drinking out of the punch
But
bowl.
Paul, this man, when it comes to Ernest's apartment, it should be a stained couch,
Yeah, Ernest's apartment should be
wire
like...
TV, and an old carton of milk. Like, that's what it
Yeah, it should be like a soiled futon. And
It's a bucket
like a fucking bag of Ruffles that's like 2 weeks old. That's all he eats is Ruffles.
a can of gas in the corner.
Because like someone in real life that was like Ernest would be like the kind of guy you don't want to be at his house. You know what I mean? He's got like a bunch of big box porn
Yeah.
from the 80s. And like, just like
No,
weird
Ernest,
shit,
Ernest
bugs everywhere.
makes his own.
Yeah.
Ernest makes his own porn. It's normally with animals.
Wait till you see this, Vern. Vern has long ago
Yeah,
decided
I
to not
felt
watch
so
it.
bad for that child, though. Like,
It's so bad.
there's, I don't know.
The children in Ernest movies are always tragic figures.
Yeah,
And it's like, how did they... I don't know. I don't want to put too fine a point on it, but kids shouldn't be hanging out with this guy.
no, I don't know why they. I know why there's a kid there. It's for the audience, but
It just doesn't play right. Like, it just doesn't feel right.
no, like the kid should not be the smart one in this scenario, right?
And it's like she's too old to be hanging out with. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
she's smart enough.
She's like
to
a
know, like,
pubescent girl. Like,
and she's been through some rough patches to know that.
Yeah.
This fucker's.
This guy's
idiot.
dangerous.
Yeah,
yeah.
she should be in way more peril.
Yeah.
with Ernest than
I
she
wouldn't
is.
just even being in a car with him driving. I'd be terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to his apartment, though. You know, there'd just be like a can of oil just sitting around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't know what it's supposed to go in.
No.
Picture a bunch of
this-
weird, like, machinery, like, weird, like,
Yeah.
parts of lawnmowers and stuff.
Like Ernest, I just saw something I wrote when I was watching this. Like, he's at the Tim Hortons on King Street right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly. Ernest is just a guy you see at Timmy's.
Yeah.
And he's alone.
Yeah.
And he's like sitting across. Occasionally he'll like say something to someone, but no one's dealing with him. He's there every day. Christmas Eve he'll be there.
But yeah, I wonder if this is some version of like if he's the like an early iteration of Florida Man.
I feel like he is.
Yeah.
Also, is he always in Florida in the movies?
I don't know.
That's probably just like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell is this? Oh, yeah, and like the dumbest part of this fucking movie is the Santa Claus's plot on how to find the new version of himself.
They really frame Santa Claus as a fucking moron. Yeah, like...
And maybe that's in relation to the losing power he gets over time.
He's like, his
So
empire
it's
is
not
crumbling.
working as well. He's like trying to process how to do
You
this.
actually might be onto something there, because they do kind of insinuate that like he's not really at his full...
Yeah, I'm not getting
abilities.
onto anything. This film has there's
no
no ounce
content.
of no.
No, there's no idea.
Like we're not gonna. There's no like throwbacks or
No.
anything like that.
Yeah, but that's like the Succession where he's like, there's one guy in Florida
Yeah.
who teaches kids to say please.
How did he find that guy out?
Like, there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, I mean,
and,
okay,
and he's
he's
just
Santa
like,
Claus. He knows if you're not, you're nice.
he's like, this is the only guy for the job.
Yeah,
It's like, really?
That's
There are
it.
a lot of guys. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people out there that could be Santa.
like Wilford Brimley would do better.
Yeah. Although Wilford Brimley seems like somebody who probably has a mean streak. You ever think?
He was the original bad Santa.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a lot of these movies.
Yep.
Way too many. The direct video market just ate them up after a while.
I guess it's kind of like printing money because they couldn't have cost anything to make.
No, certainly not. And I'm sure Ernest Goes to Africa is very politically correct.
Yeah. That would probably be a good one to see.
But if Jim Varney hadn't have unfortunately died only at 50, which was
He was
shocking
very
to
young,
me,
yeah.
because he looks 60.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Not like definitely didn't look like a guy that took very good care of himself. Yeah.
There would have been more.
Oh, he'd still be making
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it'd be like
there-
Ernest Goes to the
There
fucking...
would be a Crackle original.
Yes, there would. Yeah. Yeah.
Ernest Goes to ISIS. There'd be some misguided political fucking comedy.
Oh,
for sure.
definitely. It'd be like...
Yeah.
There'd also be like, Ernest gets a fidget spinner. Or like, it'd just be
Oh,
like...
those would be like little
like web
vines.
shorts or something, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I really feel like it got cynically bad very quick with the Ernest series.
Yeah.
It's just like almost right away.
Yeah.
Ernest Goes to Jail is definitely the best of them, but there's not a good Ernest.
I would say I don't even really remember Goes to Jail that much, but I would say Scared Stupid.
That had Eartha Kitt.
Yeah,
Which is insane.
I think that had some great effects.
It did.
Like,
yeah.
And you're right. I remember as a kid actually being slightly scared of this when like those pod creatures came up from the ground.
That was creepy, and then, the troll itself had a very
Yeah.
scary design.
Yeah.
And there was a scene where the girl like looks under her bed and it's not there.
Yeah.
She like looks again or whatever.
Yeah.
It's there. It's like Jesus, that's fucking
Yeah.
scary. Yeah.
All that's effective in that film is nowhere as present in this
Yeah.
very forgettable, terrible, shitty Christmas film.
Yeah. It's a real.
And I was shocked. And we didn't even talk about the reindeer, which we don't need to.
Oh yeah, that whole thing. They really
Yeah.
dragged that out. Yeah.
But I was shocked. I don't know if that's the right word, but surprised how much I hated this movie.
Yeah, I really thought I was gonna like. I mean, I thought that at the end of it, I'd be like, "Oh, well, that's for kids." But no,
Yeah.
nobody should like this.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
I mean, but it's making it more enjoyable. Like,
yeah,
so would you recommend people to watch it with their families this year?
I don't think anyone should ever watch this movie. Like, if you've made it this far, and like, I assume if you listen to this podcast that you're 85 years old. Like, if you've made it this far without seeing an Ernest movie, I mean, don't. And if you're gonna see it, watch Scared Stupid or watch Goes to Jail.
You imagine?
Ernest Goes to Jail has a romantic interest, which is weird. Because I don't think most of the films really have that, right? Like, you know what I mean?
I think this one
Fucking
is.
Ernest gets one. Like,
Oh no.
but it's weird. Like, it's definitely one of those weird characters where it's like, what's his mental capability,
Yeah.
really?
You know how every once in a while you'll hear something like the Phantom of the Paradise having some cultural relevance in some small area?
Yeah.
I would love to know where Ernest is relevant. Like, is there like some town in Lithuania that has like
Right,
an
Ernest Day. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like he's our number one.
Yeah.
Ernest number one. Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of Christmas. Also, like the little people. It's like, don't.
Yeah, that's
Just don't.
no.
You know what I mean?
Well, how much do you think this movie cost? This is 1988.
Fire in the hole!
This is also clearly a very small film.
2 million?
6 million.
Where did it go? Is it all the
Right?
sleigh scene?
I think so.
Yeah,
But how much did it make?
10 million. Well,
Okay, I'll say this before I'll let you take another guess, but I'm going to say this. It has the largest gross of any of the Ernest films.
20 million.
28.
That's pretty good.
Which in 1988 that would probably be akin to 50 some odd $million.
Yeah.
Which that's a shit ton of people that went and saw this movie.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. You gotta go see it. You know, it's only in theaters once.
You know, the families together.
But that's it. That's so weird. Is like,
Yeah.
who? I figure it's all like people in the Midwest.
Right?
People that know it's not going to be anything objectionable or anything like, you know.
Yeah, it could be. But
Uh,
yeah, so that's it. Ernest Saves Christmas.
It's a real piece of shit.
It's fucking terrible.
Oh, that's awful.
The title of the show, Wasting Life, is very apt for what was spent watching this.
Yeah, we wasted a bit of life this week for sure.
You know, so we'll just kind of cut to the old final segment here, which we like to don't have call anything really.
We don't call it.
We
nothing.
usually segue terribly into it, but
we don't call it anything at all.
Dave, what have you been watching?
That's an interesting question. I've been watching some things. So, obviously, like first and foremost, I just watched The Irishman.
Yes, we talked about that.
Which we both watched.
It's
I really liked it.
really, really great.
I thought it was going to be really jarring with the CGI and the making them look younger. And there are definitely some scenes where it doesn't really work.
No.
But like you don't even think about it because
After a while,
Yeah.
you really, you know, as we mentioned, outside of when he is breaking the shopkeeper's hand.
yeah, that's an
kicking him,
old man's body doing
is,
that.
you
Yeah.
know, there should be a lean 35. I say lean 35. I'm barely a lean 33.
Yeah.
You know, that's kicking him, and it's clearly like an 80-something-year-old De Niro just trying to.
Yeah.
But it's we could go on for a long period of the greatness of the film, but if you've heard about how great it is before, it's all true.
Yeah, and I mean, it's definitely one of those films that's like a really fitting coda for that kind of movie.
Yeah.
Like for Scorsese, and if you know his work and you kind of know that wheelhouse, because he's done a lot of other things too. But
but we're not doing it greatest hits. You know?
right, you're not getting like, it's not Goodfellas 2.
Yeah.
It's Goodfellas, the 80-year-old man edition.
Which, even as good as The Departed is, I always thought The Departed was kind of just hitting those kind of greatest hits of like previous crime films of Scorsese.
Yeah, The Departed was really good, but like you couldn't really put it in a class with
No.
Goodfellas. Even
No,
Casino,
no.
which is not as good as Goodfellas.
Still, it's
really
pretty great.
Still really good, and like, and it's definitely, I think, a movie that earns its 3.5 hour runtime.
It really does.
I didn't feel like it was that long,
No.
and I remember like one time actually looking at the running time, realizing I had an hour and a half left, and getting excited.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's awesome!"
Yeah.
It's
And-
also it's funny too.
It's funny and a nice reminder of how great De Niro, Pacino, and
Yeah.
Pesci
Pesci was great in it too. Understated performance by
are
Pesci. yeah.
are because De Niro and Pacino have admittedly themselves done a bunch of garbage of late.
Yeah.
And even Pacino recently said that he knows that a lot of the films he's been doing are good, but he tries to make them better by being in them.
Right.
And that's his challenge, is to make a shitty film somewhat watchable.
Elevate it. Yeah.
Yeah, which like that's the best way of saying I'm taking money.
Yeah. I'm making some cash.
Like I don't know, you can touch it up all you want, Pacino, but
But I don't think anyone's phoning it in here.
no one is.
The
no.
performances are so strong.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been some complaints about
Yeah.
the lack of kind of female characters and
Yeah.
the agency of the female characters, but I think
sure.
that's kind of the point. And
Yeah.
at the end of the movie, you know, like, not going to spoil it, but it's just a fitting way to it's like a button on all
Yeah.
of those films that Scorsese did, and the perspective of an older man
Yeah.
looking at the behavior of the characters in those films, and
Yeah.
and you know, really like seems like really reflective. It's a great movie. I really
It is.
really liked it. If I was going to give it a star rating, I'd probably give it 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, going in, and we both said, like, we were both ready to be, here's another gangster film from Scorsese.
Yeah.
You know, he's likes to step out of his safety zone, and like the last film he did was Silence, no one saw it. So let's go back to, you know, our bread and butter material.
But
which
it
is
doesn't
what-
feel
but
like
it doesn't, and I was
no.
afraid of that. But it's not that at all.
Not like he's going back to the well. It's like it's just so organically part of him, and like watching movie. It's like weird. Like you see that opening shot with the big pan where they're in the nursing home,
Yeah.
and how it weirdly parallels a lot of his famous long takes, particularly Goodfellas.
Yeah.
The scene where they go to Copacabana,
Yeah.
and like how it's just you really see how it is. It's a reflective kind of look at those movies, and it's really, really good. You just feel like he's someone who just makes it look effortless.
Yeah.
His movies are so well done. The other movie I watched this movie called A Fool There Was,
Okay.
silent film from 1915, starring Theda Bara, famous screen actress, silent films, and it's really like minimal plot. She plays a vamp who ruins a man, turns him into an alcoholic, and he wastes all his money on her, and his family fucks off, and it's all like wild and sad. And I also watched another movie that is practically a perfect movie in my opinion, The Devils. Ken Russell's The Devils. With fucking Oliver Reed as alcohol personified.
Oh god, that is a wild film.
That is a wild film. Like, you got Vanessa Redgrave.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and it's this great, like, historical, epic, that's also, like, super violent.
Beautifully shot.
Beautiful film. It's one of it's one of my favorite films. It's like, to me, that's like everything that filmmaking can be.
Like, you're watching a film that is pissing people off.
Yeah.
And not, I mean,
But it's like,
no, actually, not that that's the need, like, that's not the quality I seek out in the film. There's so many shitty films that piss people off. But when a film is so, like,
But it's undeniable.
undeniably
It's pissing
great,
people
right?
off, but it's like, yeah, but how mad can you really be?
But I mean, not in like a easy pot shot. Like this is like a very complex film that is wrestling with a lot, but again, when I say pissing people off, I just meant it's so good in what it's trying and what it's doing and speaking to.
Yeah.
That is controversial. I mean, it's
undeniably a very controversial and even like shocking film.
Religion is not something you can grapple with as graphically as it does here,
Right.
And not have anyone else, is banned in so many countries, right?
Yeah,
Can
and
you can you even show it in England yet?
I don't
think you
not.
can.
And like Vanessa Redgrave is so good,
Yeah,
and like
terrifying.
self-flagellating,
Yeah.
and she's all bent because she's got the crooked back, and she's so obsessed with his his character, and that whole thing of like, he's a religious man who's also a bit lecherous, but also like he's like, this is God, this is like it's all part of it, and it's just so real, and I think it's still a very relevant film. Like it's so good.
Smoking grenade.
I get it. It's been a while, it's a few years to see, and I should go back and watch it. It's so
It's just like agony and ecstasy. It's a really wild film.
visceral and so alive.
Yeah, it's a very alive film. And Oliver Reed, who is like, famously troubled.
Yeah.
And it's like the performance of a lifetime. So good.
There's an energy pulsating through that film that kind of like I'm looking forward to. I really hope it comes to theaters here, and I know it's not going to, but
I know what you're gonna say. Uncut
Gems,
yeah.
The Safdie brothers, and their previous film, Good Time. I haven't seen their other. I think they have a film or two before that I need to check. But there's just such an energy.
Yeah.
That a lot of films can have energy, but like an energy that is undeniable and is doing something very special that is hard to achieve, and like a true sense of an undeniable filmmaker and getting something through.
Well, there's something about it where like you know how much work it is to do that, but they make it seem effortless.
Yeah.
And that's something that The Devils has, and
Yeah.
I'm sure that's something that Uncut Gems is going to have.
Oh, I can't wait.
It looks, even just the trailer, I was like, oh, I feel so tense watching
Yeah.
I just know it's going to be the kind of movie that just like is, it's almost like when I saw The House that Jack built, and I was just
Yeah.
like tense the entire
Yeah.
time. That movie wasn't as successful in what it was doing, but
No,
Still,
but you know,
interesting
it's yeah, that's a good one.
I liked that one. I thought it was.
I do.
I was like one I grappled with, where I was like, I'm really interested in this,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if I really like it. And then over
Yeah.
time, I was like, I didn't watch it again,
Flash bomb.
but over time, I was just like, that. It
Yeah.
was interesting.
Fire in the hole!
It was cool. Definitely a lot more. There's a lot of like stylistic playing around in that movie. Yeah. Anyway, it's cool. It's cool. And so that's basically what and I've been watching Godzilla because I got that
You
Godzilla
got the box set.
So I've been watching some Godzilla movies.
Cool.
Just having a good time. Ghidorah, the
Nice.
three-headed monster.
Oh,
Yeah. Good
cool.
shit.
Nice.
How about you?
Irishman as well. You know, we talked about that, so I didn't say anything more there.
Yep.
I-
Joe Pesci's so good.
Although
His nose is starting to look a lot like the nose from Nothing But Trouble, like the
Yeah.
penis nose.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really getting there. Yeah.
I've been fucking around with some, bits and pieces of Hallmark Christmas movies.
Yeah.
There's one, I can't think of the name of it, but it's about a professional organizer, and she helps this one guy organize his life. But
Okay.
see, his wife died a year ago.
Of course she did.
And
She's gone.
anyways, it's like the one I actually watched the whole way through. I kept on like putting. I was like,
You like it?
No,
No.
no.
What was
but
it called?
I can't remember.
Who was that?
Catherine Bell, who was
Okay.
like from Jag,
Right.
and
Jag.
yeah,
That's like, how many people have died in nursing homes watching Jag? You know what I mean? That just seems to be one of those shows that you just die watching.
from 1996 to 2001, it was the top-rated show to die to.
And then, then usurped by NCIS.
Well, yeah, but actually, it also from 98 to I think in 1998, it was tied with Diagnosis Murder, the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Dick Van Dyke, who's still alive and thriving. Like,
No, he's not.
he's not in
Have you
that
seen-
bad. He's not. I mean, he doesn't look
His
amazing.
mouth is just open.
But yeah, that's true. But he's like 90, like some. He's old. Man.
Like,
He still
I
like
think-
does
I
shows.
think- yeah, well, he did the Mary Poppins sequel. I saw him doing an interview, and he's just like shocked to be there. You know?
He's like, when's dinner? They're like, we don't know. Like, it's an interview. I want more potatoes. They're like, it's 8 p.m. Yeah.
Too much starch for you, Dick.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, so those movies, they're fun.
Flash bomb!
But
Fire in the hole!
Steven, watching lots of Jag.
I've been jagging off.
Oh man, if you started a Jag fan club and just called it Jag-Offs,
I get fucking jackets.
that's you got jackets.
David R. Elliott. No, shit, that's the musician. Who the fuck was the actor's name? Is it also David R. Elliott?
I don't know.
Anyways,
Jag is fucking terrible.
there's too much knowledge I have about Jag that I can just easily reference.
How's that
right
possible?
now. I don't know. Anyways, I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Oh yeah.
Tarantino's new film. There's a lot of great things in the movie, especially Brad Pitt. DiCaprio, I had a hard time enjoying.
Yeah.
I think the film overall is fine. There's a lot of pieces I like to it, but as a whole, whatever.
What is it? It's weird how like certain movies, it's like some movies just feel like they're a collection of really good scenes.
Yeah.
And then some movies are like there's a bunch of great scenes and it just adds up. There's a cumulative effect that makes it a great film.
I mean, arguably, that's what Pulp Fiction is.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of vignettes, and,
Yeah.
they all come together to make something.
and this
big.
this is kind of one of the more subdued, probably the most subdued film, where it's just kind of like hanging out and not like, not that not a lot happens. That's not why I'm kind of in between on it. I was like kind of underwhelmed by it, and that's fine. Everyone's not losing their shit, but everyone's really entertained. Has been praising it quite a bit. I think more than it deserves, and that's fine too. I think there's a lot of things. I think if I rewatched it again, I'd probably speak a little bit more highly of it.
People fucking love Tarantino.
They do. But just overall, I just thought it kind of, its intention is meandering, but I think it just meanders a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And just it picks up in the end. It gets a little bit kind of not. I mean, Tarantino does violence pretty good, and that can be quite entertaining.
I hear he's thinking about making Kill Bill 3.
Just leave it.
Just let it be.
Leave it.
I mean, no. Yeah.
Leave
like
it. Those are near perfect films in my opinion.
And it's interesting because he was like, I'm gonna take all these disparate elements.
Yeah.
And toss them in a blender, and it's like against all odds, it actually works.
Yeah.
Like there are like anime sequences, and just like the weird
Michael Madsen.
Michael Madsen is so good in it.
Yeah.
Like the scene where you realize he still has the sword.
Yeah.
And like, oh, there's so many good moments like in those movies. I think that they're great movies too. Kill Bill Volume 2 in particular.
I agree with that. The second one especially is better.
And the scene where she's in the coffin is one of the most claustrophobic and insane. Like, and she uses the punch. It's so cool. But like, I mean,
Fire in the hole.
Tarantino's an interesting guy because if he had only ever made like Reservoir Dogs, that's a great filmography right there. Those are two really good movies.
Yeah, we'd be talking about him like we talk about Roger Avery almost.
Yes.
Like some guy who's just not really working every once in a while doing shitty independent films.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of my takeaway on it. A lot of people will watch it. Everyone will. Tarantino's one of those directors where his films like do make a decent amount of money, and people will go see films that they generally probably have really no interest to otherwise if his name wasn't attached to it.
Well, yeah, and you think like he's made a lot of films that are like
which
that.
I like that exists. Don't get me wrong. That's
like even like a movie like The Hateful Eight though.
Yeah.
They were like pitching that to a mainstream audience and
Yeah.
no. And actually, to be fair, I don't know that a mainstream audience really picked up on that.
No, that one not as much.
That's
no.
probably his least well-regarded film. Would you say?
The Hateful Eight.
Yeah. What else?
What
What would be lower
Enemy
than that
Spotted.
in terms of public opinion?
No, that might be. Death Proof or something, maybe.
You know what? I'm not going there.
No.
I'm not going there. But I'm just gonna say, Robert Rodriguez. I don't know.
I think that's fine.
You know.
I think that's very
I'm
fine.
fine with like From Dusk Till Dawn.
Smoking grenade.
But even like, yeah, I still,
No, we don't need to go there.
I still care.
Because I'm going to talk about a better movie.
Yeah.
It's called The Farewell. This is a Chinese-American film about a family that finds out... So basically there's this Chinese-American family living in America. And they find out that their grandmother is going to die. The grandmother does not know because her sister finds out refuses to tell. And the other part of the family lives in China, right?
Right.
So they're going over to see them in
Smoking
China
grenade.
under the disguise that their cousin is getting married.
Flash bomb.
Right.
And this will be the first time their family
Fire in the hole.
and this is really just a domestic tale of, in a sense, East meets West, not meets, but like challenges, values, cultural differences and whatnot. Because I mean, even though these are all a Chinese family, all themselves, they're really adapted to the American lifestyle or
Yeah,
whatnot, right?
yeah.
So the fact, like it's a lot of what's really interesting is those values, like the idea of individualism, which is a purely Western idea, but and that's like and that's the issue the American family is grappling with, why they won't tell, they're refusing to understand, but it's in China, it's not an individual society,
Right,
society
yeah.
based on individualism.
Right.
This is for the greater people.
Yeah.
So why ruin it for her and essentially for everyone else?
Yeah.
And the film really balances like how it doesn't tell her or convincing you that is fine.
Right.
And it's this is I'm a sucker for a great version of like this family tale. It kind of reminded me. I know it's just a kind of the cultural connection, but like of Tokyo Story.
Yeah, you were gonna
right?
say that. Yeah.
But it's really kind of like this. That was the modern
Equivalency,
family,
kinda.
in the 50s. Taking away from the old dynasty,
Right.
not dynasty, but like family values, and trying to present that modern. But this is purely an American versus Chinese.
Right.
And then of course, everyone that finds out that the lead character, who lives in America, is from America, they're always like, "What's it like there? Here, it's really good." And
Right.
There's a lot of interesting little things, that flourishes that highlight that kind of dynamic, and it's. I don't want to say this is a political film by any means, but for sure there's.
But you can't escape
You can't
that,
escape
yeah.
it. It's really fucking good. It's like emotionally, it hits all the right elements. It's not pandering. It earns admittedly the tears in the end, and
Yeah.
you really do understand the differences, and each one has time to breathe and kind of give their perspective and whatnot. But
I heard that this movie was in development hell for a long time.
oh really?
Well, it started out as Ernest Goes to China. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, it's a fair. It's pretty good.
So it earns its stars. That's what you're saying.
Anyways, next week we'll be back.
Yeah, we're gonna come
okay.
back sooner next time. So
Yeah.
we took a bit of a hiatus there, but
sorry about that. I think I needed it. And we'll be back with some other name bullshit.
yeah.
Okay.
Peace.
Well, that was my first time playing that mode. There's a lot of different modes. I'll have to play again sometime and listen to podcasts so you guys can actually see all the different modes. This mode is really fun, but what is it? Yeah, I'm starting to get tired. So I hope you guys enjoyed the podcasts. I really enjoy them a lot, and I hope you guys will too. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.